Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Robert Storm. We're going to talk some Avengers Endgame today. Now I do want to warn everybody that this could have potential spoilers. So we're just theorizing, going over some stuff I've seen on the internet, some leaked stuff, possibly true, maybe not true. We don't know. That's why we're calling it kind of like theories. But I want to throw out that spoiler tag anyway, just to be respectful for you guys. That way, if you do not want to know anything, regardless if this turns out to be true or false, I just want to show that respect and show you guys the respect that you deserve and say, hey, look, this could be potential spoilers, so if you don't want to watch, go ahead. I understand completely, but I think as comic book fans, it's at least interesting to talk about. So I'm surfing the web, and I come across this website called Animated Times, and it has the entire breakdown of Avengers Endgame movie. And I'll have the link to the website in the description box below. I don't want to show everything on the screen because I don't want to spoil everything for everybody, but there was a couple things I found interesting, and what I found was, when you pair this up to the trailer and the new Lego set that came out, it kind of holds weight. Now, the biggest spoiler that I've seen, and this is what I'm telling you guys if you don't want to know, to click off now, is that we see Lady Death mentioned in the description of what's going on. So apparently they're going to cast Mistress Death, Lady Death, in this. And now, if you guys aren't familiar, in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, Lady Death, Mistress Death, plays a huge role because Thanos is trying to wipe out half the universe to impress Mistress Death because he's in love with Mistress Death. Not only that, but we also find out, according to this article, that the young girl that was cast earlier on in the year that we all thought was going to be Ant-Man's daughter is actually the girl gonna be playing Mistress Death, which kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense because as far as we know, everybody from Ant-Man's family has been dusted. Same thing with Hawkeye's family. So that makes sense. Now, also in this Reddit post, it gets into entire Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 breakdown. I'm not going to get into all that because that's going to be a long discussion. And I plan on doing that tomorrow live. When I do my live discussion, we're going to go over some of the stuff that I read in here. And it talks about how the Avengers, Tony comes back to Earth with Nebula, them and Captain Marvel go to Thanos and attack Thanos and steals the Infinity Gauntlet. This is where I start to think that this article might have some weight because we've seen in the new Lego set that was just released that the Avengers do have the Infinity Gauntlet and they're trying to analyze it and trying to work it out. They find out that the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't work, it's broken, the stones aren't working, so Ant-Man talks about the quantum realm, Tony creates the quantum suits, go back in time to try to recharge the Infinity Stones. Meanwhile, we see Thanos coming back to Earth, attacking the Avengers headquarters while half the team is in the quantum realm trying to fix stuff. And it's all going to lead to this final stand where they're in Wakanda again, and Captain America sacrifices himself in order to defeat Thanos, and Thanos and Captain America both die in Wakanda. That's my brief breakdown of what actually is said in this article. And I found it really interesting how they broke it down. And when you look at the article and you look at this Reddit post and you start piecing together the trailers that we had, because we see Thanos coming out and we see smoke in the distance on that planet that he's on. We see Rocket break down a door in the countryside in the first teaser. We see smoke. It's all starting to piece together now. And you pair that up with the Lego leak set, because Lego can't keep their mouth shut. They always release toys that have spoilers in it. So you pair the Lego stuff up with the trailers, and then you pair that up with this Reddit post, this article, and it all starts to make sense. And the biggest thing to me, like, I don't see the Captain America sacrifice himself a big deal as a spoiler, because I think everybody's going into this movie knowing either Tony or Cap is going to die, if not both. The biggest thing for me is Mistress Death being in this movie, because I thought that was going to be like way too insane to introduce in the movie. Like your average moviegoer is going to be like, what the fuck is Mistress? I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like a skeleton with a cape and stuff like in the comics, but I just found that completely insane that they would introduce Mistress Death in this movie. And when they really break it down to 3-act structure, you look and you're like, well, this is going to be a 3-hour movie. It makes sense. Everything makes sense. Look how their faces change. Like, Cap goes from being beard and grizzly and he's shaved. Natasha has blonde short hair, then it's grown out and it's red hair. So a lot of time has passed. So you know they're going to go try to get that Infinity Gauntlet. Time is going to pass. Tony's going to make these suits and they're going to go off into the races. So this is a big spoiler article. Once again, I'll leave it in the comment box for you guys so you guys can go ahead and check out the article for yourself. But yeah, I just kind of want to throw this out there because I think it's a very interesting conversation piece. I wonder what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.